$16. A whole week of groceries for the rest of the year. Welcome back. We are kicking off the Ultimate Extreme Budget Challenge. Today, I'm sharing my first tiny store haul, harvesting a mountain of free food from the garden, and cooking up sample meals that prove you can eat well on a micro budget. Let's get into it. Here's our little Aldi haul. A couple things we needed and a couple things we didn't. We have some milk, and I got the Italian bread that I wanted to get last time, the rustic Italian. Some tortilla chips for salsa, and Pappy picked out these nacho cheese tortilla chips, kind of like a Dorito knockoff, I guess. And we'll talk about the total. Did we stay under our budget? Here's the Aldi receipt. $11.92. We're going to head out to the garden, which is my new grocery aisle, and it's really coming in handy with this parasitic infection spreading across the country. Out in the garden, and my pepper plants are almost as tall as I am. Is that normal? These black Hungarian peppers, they're pretty purple blossoms. And then these jalapenos, they're tall. And these are the Jimmy Nardellos. I picked one. It's nice and red. And then my little bell pepper plants are over here. They're just starting. I've never grown celery before, so I don't know when it's ready to harvest, but it looks like celery, so I'm happy about that. These are volunteer pepper plants here, and I don't know what they are or if they'll even come true to type. Pappy's moving our sprinkler because we have a marauder eating our corn. The corn is maturing and the ears are full, so it's pollinating correctly. Just have critter issues, and I'll put a video up of our recent marauder. Found some leaf lettuce. I wonder how it is. I've been doing harvest pictures every day. I'll put some up if I remember. Today we have carrots, beets, peppers, and some corn. Our beans are starting, and if it's anything like last year, they started and they just didn't stop. As long as we kept them picked, they're going all the way up the cattle panel and meeting the tomatoes on the other side. I guess we weren't done. Pappy found some squash. We just picked it. I didn't think there were any ready yet, but... And now we have the beans. I picked another ear of corn because I'm just so afraid of that raccoon. And he said there's more tomatoes that have a blush and we could get a bad thunderstorm. I'm getting ready to weigh the vegetables. I have them all in. Pappy still has tomatoes to bring in. I have carrots, beets, green beans, squash, peppers, tomatoes. Corn I'm just going to do by the ear because that's how they sell it. I realize this isn't a lot of green beans, but remember you can always mix them in with other vegetables if you don't plan on getting any more that week. They will last in the fridge until you get some more to make a meal. But you can mix them with something else or just eat them like they are. Make a little crudité. Eat them raw. Today I'm just going to make a simple sauce for our pasta with some garden tomatoes, onions, garlic, some seasoning, tomato paste, and extra virgin olive oil. I'm going to start by getting the skins off the tomatoes. I'm just going to score them and put them in some boiling water for a minute. I have my tomatoes all washed up and I scored the bottom. I'm peeling and coring my tomatoes, and I left behind some seeds and things that didn't look great to me. I have the onion in the pan. Now I'm wondering if this burner is not doing the opposite of the other one. Doesn't seem to be heating up, but we're going to saute this onion. I'll add the garlic a little bit later. I don't want it to burn. I added my chunky tomatoes to the pan, some tomato paste and seasonings, and I waited to get my tube of tomato paste out because when I use the tube kind and stick it in the fridge, if I don't use it often, I forget about it and then it goes to waste. But when I have fresh tomatoes in the summertime, I use it more often. So I'll just stir this around and let this cook down. I did add my minced garlic. I don't remember if I showed that step, but my minced garlic is in there, and I may add more spices, seasonings as we go along, but this is what it's looking like after about 10 minutes. But remember, I left a lot of the juice or watery juice, I guess, residue and seeds behind, and I added tomato paste, so that should shorten the cooking time a little bit. If you want a fresh, bright, tomatoey taste, you could just let it go for 20-30 minutes, and if you want a deeper, smoother sauce, you can break it up more as it cooks and release more of the juices, and then have more of like a pasta sauce in a couple of hours. Here's my pasta choice for the homemade garden fresh tomato sauce. And they're in there boiling. And the sauce is cooked down looking like this. I tasted it. It's on the sweet side. I did not add sugar. Here's our pasta and homemade sauce. I put some red pepper flakes on mine. Some grated cheese. And Pappy's. I think he already took a bite. This has crushed red pepper. I wasn't sure if I clarified that. Like the kind you'd put over pizza. Today we're having the leftover pasta, but I added meat to the sauce for Pappy because he prefers meat. So this is what it looks like. And Pappy's. I have some garden vegetables here, and we're going to be making some side dishes for meals coming up. Lots of little baby sunburst squash and little finger carrots that we harvested fresh out of the garden. I have everything scrubbed up, and I am making chicken and biscuits in the slow cooker today. Just have a couple chicken breasts in there with some gravy, and I thought it would go good with some peas and candied carrots. And then since I'm in the kitchen anyway, I'm going to cook up some of the squash and have it with brown butter and Parmesan cheese. That sounds good for another side dish. So I'll just get all of these carrots chopped up and into the pan, and we'll get them softened so that I can add a nice sweet sauce to it. All of my little baby carrots are cut up and in the pan, ready to simmer. Chicken breasts are in the crock pot on low. I didn't want to make a lot. This is sort of a more fattening, rich meal, and we just had pasta. So trying not to have too many leftovers. I have my baby squash all cut up in the pan, and I seasoned it with a little no salt farm dust and caramelized onion butter seasoning. I'm just gonna saute it all up. I have my biscuits. These were left over from the Walmart Feed Your Family for $100. And got my cream of chicken soup, and while I was getting that, I noticed I had some cream of mushroom to use up, and that means tuna noodle casserole. Pappy will like that idea. It's about half hour before serving time. I forgot I had added a cup of frozen peas, and I just added the can of cream of chicken soup. I had a gravy packet in there, but I just really like the creaminess of the soup, and it reminds me of a nostalgic lunch that my mom used to fix, just cream of chicken soup on toast, and I still make that once in a while. I did a video about nostalgic or hot lunches. Fall's coming, so I'm gonna put it up here at the top if you're interested in seeing that. We'll just keep that warm, let that cook some more. I have some butter in my carrots. I'm gonna add a little more butter, and I think I'm just going to do honey since I have a lot of honey sitting around. My squash has let go of a little more water. I didn't think these babies would be this juicy, but they are. So I'm going to drain that off and then get my butter going for that. I have my butter cut up in my pan, and it's best to use a light colored pan, but I don't have one handy now, so I'm just going to use a spoon to be able to tell what color the butter is. We're basically going to get the water out of this butter, and it'll be a nice light brown. I put about a tablespoon of butter and a tablespoon of honey in my carrots. And my butter is going to continue to sizzle here. Just cook the water out of it and make sure it doesn't burn. Take 5 to 10 minutes. When it gets foamy like this, you really have to watch it and stir. And you can see it's sort of an amber color. I'm just gonna pour it over my squash. And I'm gonna add some Parmesan cheese too. And we can have this squash as a side dish. I can stick it in the fridge and have it another night for a supper side dish. Mix it in with eggs on a weekend breakfast or anything like that. And it'll be delicious. I added an onion chop to the squash too for a little more flavor. And here's our chicken and biscuits dinner with candied carrots and some squash with brown butter and Parmesan and Pappy's. It looks like we're getting the hang of the $16 grocery budget, but look at these closets. We still have a ton of work to do. Episode 1 of my declutter series is already live, showing why it's 100% okay to toss things to get your house in order. So don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the rest of this cleanup. I hope to see you next time. Bye!